One more question for you. Another thing that is making its way through Congress is legislation as it pertains to cryptocurrency, but right now stablecoin. Will this bill help in terms of making stablecoins a bigger force in the payments market, in the treasury market? Will they be a larger force of what absorbs new treasury supply?
Well, what you're referring to is the Genius Act. The Senate's passed it. It's now with the House. President Trump, myself, much of the Senate leadership, and many in the House are encouraging them to pass the Senate bill as is. I think we could have that also done by mid-July. And I think stable coins create an exciting new payment rail. And importantly, it will be a source of demand for the U.S. Treasury market. Because if you think about it,
Scott Bessent, the former chief investment officer of Soros Fund Management and a prominent voice in global finance, has recently made bold statements that could redefine how the U.S. approaches its financial future. Known for his sharp insights into macroeconomic trends, Bessent is sounding the alarm on several foundational issues that, if addressed, could transform the American financial landscape permanently. At the heart of his message is the unsustainable nature of U.S. fiscal policy. Bessent argues that the current levels of government debt, combined with record-high interest payments and expansive federal spending, are pushing the U.S. toward a financial tipping point. He emphasizes that the U.S. cannot continue to rely on foreign creditors, especially geopolitical competitors like China, to fund its deficits without eventually losing its economic sovereignty. Bessent also raises concern over the Federal Reserve's role in managing inflation and monetary policy. He believes the Fed has boxed itself into a corner, forced to choose between stabilizing inflation and avoiding recession, both outcomes with far-reaching consequences for ordinary Americans. According to Bessent, the old playbook of endless quantitative easing and artificially low interest rates is no longer viable. Moreover, Bessent highlights the increasing politicization of financial institutions and the risks that poses to investor confidence and market stability. He argues for a more transparent, rules-based approach to monetary and fiscal governance, warning that failure to act could lead to long-term damage to the U.S. dollar's global status. In essence, Scott Bessent isn't just offering critique, he's issuing a wake-up call. His message is clear. Without urgent reform in how the U.S. manages debt, inflation, and monetary policy, the country risks a major financial crisis. If policymakers heed his warning, it could lead to a seismic shift in U.S. finance for decades to come.